A habit is a redundant set of automatic unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that develop through repetition. It's when you've done something so many times that your body is programmed to become the mind. Over time, your body is dragging you to a predictable future based on what you've been doing in the past. Therefore, if you're not in the present moment, you're probably in a program. When you have a thought, whether a new idea or a memory, it triggers biochemical reactions in your brain. Neurons communicate by releasing chemical messengers that flow to other neurons. So just by thinking something, you initiate a cascade of chemicals corresponding to that thought. If your thought is about something scary, your brain will release chemicals like adrenaline, cortisol, and norepinephrine, putting you on high alert. A happy memory releases dopamine and serotonin, making you feel peaceful and content. The chemicals literally make you feel the way you were just thinking. Thoughts materialize into physical matter in the form of these chemical reactions. Once you start feeling an emotion like fear, anxiety, joy, or sadness, those feelings influence you to generate more thoughts aligned with that state. You get caught up in thinking anxious thoughts which release more anxiety-producing chemicals, or you continue remembering happy times, releasing more happiness chemicals. This reinforces the feelings already present. Now you're caught in a feedback loop between thoughts and emotions. Thinking creates feeling. Feeling powers more thinking, which creates the feeling again through another round of chemical secretions. Before you know it, the past has hijacked your present state by getting your brain and body stuck repeating the same signals. When you get caught in cycles of thinking certain thoughts and then feeling the corresponding emotions again and again, you strengthen the connections between those neurons in your brain. You fire and wire the same circuits, making it easier for signals to travel along those pathways automatically. Over time, parts of your brain dealing with fear, anxiety, anger, whatever the recurring emotion is, become more developed. The structure adapts to the dominant signals it is used to sending and receiving. Your neural networks basically get hardwired into repeating certain thought-feeling loops, engraving the past into your physiology. This also conditions your body to easily recreate those familiar feelings from the past. Through repeated exposure to certain chemicals like cortisol, adrenaline, serotonin, or others, your body learns to quickly generate those same chemicals whenever cued by the associated thoughts. Physical and mental responses become intertwined through habit. Most of us tend to follow the same morning routine day after day. You wake up, grab for your phone, make your coffee, take a shower. Habits that immerse you back into feelings that comfort you because they feel familiar, keeping you rooted in the past to face your day based on who you were. Those routine feelings cue your brain to think about whatever problems you tend to turn over each morning. Issues tied to memories of how past bosses, partners, or others did you wrong at various times and places. By mentally dwelling here, you trigger more feelings of anger, injustice, worry, revving up your body and emotions. Even though you don't want these feelings, recalling the past hands them right back to you. When you allow your state of being to be driven by emotional residue from the past, those old feelings fuel your perceptions, thoughts, and decisions today. If you keep reacting out of anger, fear, sadness, or pain wired long ago, you cannot see beyond that emotion's narrow scope. Your choices and behaviors reflect which state you are immersed in. If anxiety colors your every thought, you behave apprehensively. If anger dominates your mood, you make impulsive choices trying to punish wrongdoers. When trapped in the past, the lens through which you view any situation gets distorted. Our thoughts create our actions. So if your thoughts are constrained by old emotions, they will lead you to repeat familiar experiences. When the past is in control, the future loses its creative potential to manifest anything new. Days, months, and years stagnantly circle the same treadmill of thoughts and behaviors. The first step is acknowledging when you feel caught in a loop between repetitive negative thoughts and familiar emotions. Pay attention to your thought patterns without judgment. Become an observer rather than getting fused with the voice in your head. Once aware, consciously choose to entertain different thoughts that empower and lift you up. Your brain will still default to the past, so this takes practice through tools like meditation, self-inquiry, and journaling. But you can rewrite old mental programming with consistency. Align your thoughts and actions with your forward trajectory instead of the pull backwards. Orient your behaviors with goals for who you wish to become instead of remaining a prisoner of who you once were. There is no quick fix, since our neurological patterns are etched over years or decades. But by charting a new course directed at the future, each step unfetters more of your potential. Our destiny rests on utilizing the present moment to propel us forward. Rather than remaining hostage to how past conditioning wired our neural pathways, we have the capacity to cultivate new connections aligned with who we wish to become. Our brain maintains plasticity as long as we live. The key is repeatedly using the present moment to instill new mental habits that serve our growth and goals. While the past shaped the landscape of our inner world, through intentional living, we can reshape that inner landscape to better reflect the ever-unfolding future we want to step into. No longer pinned down by the gravity of ghosts from yesterday, we discover the freedom of being able to author new realities aligned with life's leading edge. Our heritage need not determine our destiny.